Hi, everybody. Thanks again for joining me for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I am Yvonne. Hello there. And first things first, how you doing? How have the past few days, weeks been going for you? You know, like I've said before, there's challenges that we all have. We've all had some sort of struggles. And like I said before, at some point, I want to have this be where we can have this two-way conversation going on. And I'm hopeful for that. We're going to get to that. I'm working toward it. So stick with me. Just, think about it. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Please just take a breath and know I got this started because I just want to share with people. It's so funny. I'm not blaming anybody. Families are different. We all do things differently. But when I say that we didn't talk about money when I was growing up, I'll say that to friends and others, and they're like, you know what? We didn't really talk about money either. So it is not a new phenomenon when it comes to family, the dynamics. Folks just don't do that. They plug away with life. They try to get a good job and just get their bills paid, and that's what most people do. So I'm finding out it is not strange at all that families don't talk about money. So, whatever you are dealing with, just again take a breath, and I'm hoping our time together is helpful and that you learn something valuable from it. I sure do hope so. I really do. So, how's my week been going? Well, today I am recording on my birthday. I'm sharing it with all of you. But I have to tell you, the day started, oh boy. I have been trying to go get my ID. My driver's license expires today. So I had been trying to get that taken care of. And the third time was the charm. Yes, I went three times to try to get it. The first time, I went in wanting real ID, and I didn't have everything that I needed. And I got a sheet that told me the items that I was missing. So I go, okay, fine, I'll be back in a couple of days, which I did do. And I waited in line for 40 minutes. And from what I understand, 40 minutes is not bad. Lots of people have had a whole lot more time in line trying to get that taken care of. So 40 minutes, I get up to the front desk. I'm like, yes, I know I have everything that I needed. But guess what? The lady was so sweet, but she said, I'm so very sorry. We've given out all of our numbers today. And I'm like, what do you mean you've given out all your numbers? And I must have had that, huh? Look, because she said, when people come in, lots of people have appointments, and that's great. But when I tried to get an appointment, it was 4 to 6 weeks before I could get that taken care of. So couldn't do that. So I just had to stand in line with everybody else. And so then the only thing I could do was the last day I was good on my birthday, which I'd taken the day off. So yeah, I finally got that taken care of, and I was thrilled. You make friends when you're in a situation like that, because I am sitting in my chair and folks are coming in, and I offered one lady my seat. She, came in a walker, and I was on an end seat. So I thought it might be helpful. She said, honey, thank you so much. Joe. I appreciate that. I'm going to go back here. She and her husband found a seat together. So that was really nice. But there were one, two, three people sitting next to me. We were in a four-seater, right? One gentleman, we had a lovely conversation. He was telling me he's just been trying to pay his taxes, and his taxes on his house, not his uh, income tax, nothing like that, just taxes on his house. Because he said the last time he tried to do it by mail, it took 3 weeks. And so he was trying to work through with the county, and they finally found the check. But he said, I just have to come here. So he came in to do it, and then there were two other ladies, and everybody just needed to get their driver's licenses renewed. I found out I didn't need the real ID, right? Because I had an active passport. I still have 2.5 years left on my passport. So that would have sufficed, but I was there, so why not get it all, right? So finally, got that taken care of today. Woohoo! Yes, I was there on my birthday. I should have stood up and said, hey, anybody else here on their birthday? One guy, he was there maybe 15, 20 minutes before me. And when he got called, I started a round of applause for everybody around us because we knew, okay, they're actually moving and we're getting this all taken care of. So I'm all good. It's done. And I still got plenty left of my birthday. And, quite truthfully, I have a birthday month. So, one way or the other, I'm going to be just fine. I'm looking to schedule some time with friends and do some projects in the yard. I started seeds in the house, so I have tomatoes and I have cucumbers that I'm going to be planting within the next week. Found out that they are safe to put in the ground, so yay! I love fresh veggies, right? So that is good, all good there. And I was going to tell you, you remember I told you that I have a store credit card, and I won't tell you which store it is, but it is through MasterCard. So I can use that card outside of this particular store, right? And with my credit cards, I pay it off every month. I don't care what the balance is, it is paid off. I have money set aside or whatever to get that taken care of. Well, this company reached out to me late April, and they said, hey, we've got a program, we've got a bonus plan going, right? If you spend $2,000 between, I think it was April 21st and May 5th, we'll give you a bonus amount, because I get cash that I'm going to use at that store. No problem. I go there all the time, so it is not a problem. So $60 extra would be lovely. But I go, $2,000? I generally don't pay that because, it's hard to pay that off, right? Well, it just so happens that my car insurance was due, it was due the beginning of May. So $1,000 there. The tabs on my newer vehicle, I've had old cars for, years and years and years, anywhere between 7, 10, 12 years old. And so the tabs were very reasonable, right? I'm pretty sure it was under $100. But when I got the bill, almost $500 for my tabs, I'm like, oh man. But I'm like, wait, 1,500. So I'm already at 1,500. And I had one of my utility bills was due too. So between that and a few other things, I was going to hit that $2,000. Yippee! See, don't offer me free money because I'll try to find some way to take advantage of it. So I had most of that set aside. So have I written the check? The payment is going to go in at the end of the month. So all done. Get it all paid off. That's what you need to do. And I'm not saying everybody can do that. I know not everybody can, but please work toward it because it is freeing for you when you can get all of that off your plate and don't have to concern yourself with, oh goodness, how am I going to pay my bills? Try whatever you can do to make it so that isn't the case for you. Please do try. I know all of us, and I've used this word to describe myself and those just like me. I know I did a presentation in front of our executive leadership a couple of months ago, and I referred to myself and those like me as grinders. Okay. And what I mean by that is we are not the stars of the show. We're not in sales. We are not making it rain, right? We are just taking care of business. We're not necessarily going to be recognized for the things that we do, but if we don't do it, somewhere it's going to be felt, right? So we're grinders, and that's me. That's most, if not all of you. We're just not going to get those kudos, and whatever, it doesn't matter. Just try to find a way to take care of yourself. And the reason why I bring up grinders today, being my birthday, and people say, how do you feel about getting older? I'm like, well, you only got two choices, right? You get old or you die. So I'm going to get older and do what I can. And what I want to do is make it so that as I age, I have choices. Okay, that's all any of us can ask for is choices in life. And I want to create, I've been working hard for all of these years, right? And I want to create a world for myself and my husband, right? Where we can have fun, we can take care of our business, and everything gets paid. So to me, grinders, we are doing what we need to do. We're putting that money away so that one day we don't have to have a job. Now you can have one if you want to, of course, but just putting myself in a position where I don't have to work. I can just enjoy, whatever it is that lights you up. We just all want to have that opportunity, right? And, with that, I want to say good luck to all of you. I'm so grateful that you tune in and that we have a chance to chat. And listen, I'll see you next time. And please, if you haven't gotten around to getting that 401k or whatever is offered at your workplace, get that taken care of. Or an IRA, something where you are putting that money away so you can take care of yourself in retirement too. And, with that, thank you guys so much for joining me for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye bye.